college football snuck up on us. And I know there's games going on right now, but I did in the Discord put my plays. So far, I mean, there's nothing's done yet, but it's not looking great. There's a couple games that are gonna hit the window, but there's some that are quite surprising. If you're with us last year, we sucked in week 0 and 1. And I think that's part of because I'm a visual guy. I need to see the line of scrimmage of these teams. I need to see the athletes on the outside before I have a good idea of what I'm doing. And we don't have that yet in week 0 and 1. Plus, these lines have been out for, what, six months? It's been a long time. So there's been some movement. So, and you're getting really sharp numbers now. So sometimes value's gone for week 0 and 1. So without further ado, let's get into week 1, shall we? But yeah, this is going to be college football, and then we'll get right into Speedstorm new season after that. For those of you on YouTube, you probably only know me for sports, but I do, on Twitch, I do sports, travel, and video games, a little bit of the jack of all trades. So, Thursday night action, I have a play on Boise State. Right now, it's not looking good. I don't know what they're doing. This does not look like the Boise State team from last year. They were supposed to return, a quarterback into the line, but it's not looking good. So G&T clearly was their whole team last year. So now we know. But who knows? They can come back, make things interesting. We'll see how it goes. I do have Bowling Green minus 14. That's looking good. At halftime up 17-0. So as of right now, looking good there. I did put that in the Discord. Okay. This one not looking good. I need the clock to keep moving here. I have the under, and right now the live under is 75.5. If you want to make some money legally, if you are in a gambling state, you might hit the under 75.5 right now. If I saw that before I started stream, I probably would have hammered it, because that is a good 26 points higher than the experts thought it would be. You're getting a lot of value there. I don't expect the scoring to keep going. They're going to settle in a little bit, I would think. So right now, not looking great there for the under. But if you're listening right now, you might think about a live under right now with that 75 gigantic number. I don't think the momentum's going to keep going there. I didn't have a play on that, but I would have been looking good had I played it, because I actually was kind of feeling Jacksonville State. I thought the number was too big. Didn't do that. This one's kind of around. We could hit this. I'm on East Carolina, but we're kind of right on the bubble here. I need them to score before halftime. It looks like they're at the 29-yard line. So if they kick a field goal here, we're okay. Doing all right here. We might be able to come back and get a backdoor cover there. I am on the Pirates. They usually play this rivalry pretty close, and so we'll see what happens there. I actually texted my dad about this Duke-Elon game, and Duke's they're favored by 36 points. I was like, man, why do I feel like it's going to be like 30-3? Elon's going to cover. I should have done it. They're only up 3-0. So I'm kicking myself for not doing that. Sometimes I just got to play all the games. Sometimes picking and choosing 5 games is not good. Didn't do that one. I am on Houston here. So if you still have a chance to get in here in this live, I am on Houston. I don't think Steve F. Austin is anything to worry about at a FCS level. And I expect Willie Fritz to get things rolling year 2 with the Cougs. So I think Houston will eventually pull away in that one. Maybe a 30-3 ball game or something like that. I am on the Buffs here. You're not getting as good of a number as I got. I got 17.5. So we're looking good there so far. It just started. If they can just get me 14 points, I think we're going to get it. So right now that one's looking okay, but it did just start. I don't think I have any other plays. I thought about this Nebraska-Cincinnati game, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like maybe the under's your best bet there, but I don't have anything on that one. That one, I feel like Nebraska's a better team, but I don't know. I just don't know. They haven't done well in season openers against Power 5 schools, so I'm not sure. Hey, Mr. Toff, how we doing? I will turn the music down because actually the people in YouTube have yelled at me about that. They want to just hear the picks. It's distracting. I get it. If I was leaning here, I almost would do like $2 on Miami of Ohio to win the game, because there's always a MAC team that beats the Big Ten in preseason. And why do I feel like it's either going to be Buffalo or Miami tonight? That would be my guesses, but we'll see. I mean, I think it's better to just take the 18.5 there, but I did not do a play on that one at all. And yeah, I mean, Stony Brook's coming all the way from New York, all the way down to San Diego State. Long trip, small program, but I don't know. I feel like the number's right on there, so nothing there. Okay, so now we're going to Friday. And Army was really good last year. I love that team. They made us a lot of money last year. I bet on them every time. But Tarleton State, man, didn't they just win 42-0 last week? But they're going all the way from Portland to Army. It's going cross country there from one side to the other. So that's a long trip. Army usually doesn't cover large numbers because they run the triple option. But if there is anything as good as last year, I think they cover this, especially if this gets a 13.5. So maybe you wait for a better number here. But I don't think I'm going to get in on this one at all. I do think it's Army or nothing. But Army lost their quarterback. They lost their DN. They lost some pieces, so keep that in mind. Maybe wait to see how they do in this game before you start getting in on Army action. I'm going to stay away from these. I like App State here, though. I'm really hoping they get back to App State form. Charlotte's not a very good program. I know it says at Charlotte, but it's not at their real stadium. It's a neutral site. So, but I like the Mountaineers here, especially if this gets lower than that. Let's see if we can get a better one here. Maybe we can get a better number. 5. It's 5 there. That's better. Can we get a 4.5 maybe? I thought I saw 4.5 earlier. Anybody see a 4.5? Whoa, we scrolled too far. I swear I saw a 4.5. There's a 4.5. Give it to me. I'll take the 4.5 with the Mountaineers. Lepsy. Come on, Brett. Where are the Bongo Cats? Dude, what is that anyway? I've been hearing about that. I don't know anything about it. What are you up to tonight, Lepsy? So, yeah, I'm on the Mountaineers there. Minus 4.5. I think they win by a touchdown. Be careful with this one. You know, you might look at that and be like, oh, Michigan State, come on. But Western Michigan's been known to play the Big Ten teams at least somewhat competitively. They did last year. So be careful with that one. I'm going to stay away from it, depending on how I do today, because I feel like this is right on. And I don't know what to expect from Michigan State this year. I mean, Jonathan Smith's a good coach, but his number feels right on, so I'm staying away from that. Wagner's terrible, but that's a lot of damn points. I feel better if it was in the 30s. I feel like the unders apply here. I mean, is Western Illinois going to score? Are they going to score at all? I mean, maybe they get a field goal. Illinois doesn't score very much. So why do I feel like this is going to be like 55-3 and you're gonna hit the under? 55-7? I mean, 55-7 would still hit. I think the under's the play here. Stay away from the 45.5. I think go under. You know what I mean? Lepsy, I'm still not sure if I had to summarize it. It's a community click counting widget where you unlock avatar via penny transactions or click amounts. And in multiplayer, you can see everyone's cat scattered around your screen. That is one way to do it, I guess. I haven't seen any streams that do it. I know Boxy has the Mongo Cats, but I I don't see them on a screen. They must be on a different screen maybe. Hey, Tina, how we doing? You're just here playing some Overwatch? Nice. I don't know what to do with this Auburn-Baylor game. I've been back and forth on it, so I'm just not going to do it. Probably the best play is honestly, it's not that much money though. I would say Baylor money line, just to get some extra cash. He did it today for quite a while. Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed it. I haven't been watching Sea of Thieves as much lately. I've been trying to stick to the communities of the games that I play now on a more consistent basis. But I do pop in every now and then. So yeah, I don't know what to do here. I know everybody probably wishes I had something here, but I feel like Baylor's finished last year better than Auburn. So I don't know why they're underdog at home. I have a small lean to Baylor, but I'm not confident about it, if that helps you out. Same here. I mean, is there better numbers? If it was Georgia Tech 3, I'd be all over it. Well, there's a 4. That's at least getting closer to what I want. I don't know if we can get a 3, can we? I don't want you to know my location. Well, I guess they have to know my location to do this legally, right? Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get it. I have a small lean to Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech's gonna be really good this year, but I don't know how they're gonna do at elevation in Colorado. And Colorado's a mystery to me. They lost their quarterback. They lost what's his name at receiver and DB. So they lost some pieces. Who knows? I know they got a good quarterback recruit coming in. Is he the starter? I don't know. So we'll see. Colorado's a mystery to me. So until I see him, I'm not touching him. He did it. Oh, I read that. But I'm doing all right. Nothing too crazy. Busy with some stuff, but just living life. There you go. Bet you're excited for the season to start here. UNLV was really good last year. Houston State, they sucked last week, and now they're playing a better team, which is interesting. They were underdog by more to Western Kentucky, I guess because they're at home, than UNLV. That's really interesting. But UNLV didn't look very good last week. Their defense looked atrocious. They let Idaho State score a bunch on them. So I almost think the over is live here. You know, you may be looking at 35, 32 game, 35, even 35-27. No, that wouldn't be enough. Would that? That would be enough. 35-27. Yeah, I think the over's going to hit. I might actually do that. Small lean to San Jose State, but I'm not confident about it. Probably not going to touch it. Now, here's the big one. Texas, Ohio State. You know, they're going to do the Lee Corso final episode of Game Day tomorrow, which is going to be very emotional. I'm going to be watching, probably tearing up a little bit. I mean, I love the man. His headgear for the final time. I mean, it's going to be special. And he's going to be there. It's the first time he ever put on the headgear was at Ohio State. Now, it looks like there's been some movement here. It was plus 2.5. I would have liked that better. I mean, that's crazy. Now it's almost a pick'em. Wow, there's been a lot of movement on Texas. That's crazy. But I get it. I mean, that's where I would have been. I don't see the game here. Okay, here's what I'm going to recommend. If you see this get to anywhere near plus 3 for Texas, I would take it. Right now, you may as well just take Texas to win the game. But I do think a first half under, if it's like 24, that's a good bet too. But I think Texas is going to win the game. I think this is going to be a great game. For some reason, I think Texas is going to win. They got revenge on their minds from last year. They literally lost to Ohio State in their last game. And they were knocking on the door there at the end to tie it up. And then the turnover happened. And I think they return more than Ohio State does, you know. They got Arch Manning coming in, and at QB, they got a lot of good defensive players. I mean, they lost some receivers, but I think they have more coming back than Ohio State. I think they're going to win. So I like Texas there. I don't think I'm going to touch the spread here, but I am going to touch the Tennessee first quarter. I don't care what it is. I think Tennessee's going to have the lead in the first quarter, so give whatever that number is to me. Nope, not doing any of this. I like Navy, though. That's a lot of points. For some reason, I like Southern Miss here. I like it better for this is at 14.5, though. If we can get 14.5, I'd like that better. Sometimes it's all about that number. You can get the better number somewhere, shop around. Of course, I can't find the game over here. Can't find it. I might need to just type it in. Well, I will let you know in the Discord, but if this gets a 14 or 14.5, maybe do an alt. I think Southern Miss can cover this. Mississippi State was atrocious last year, and I don't expect much this year either. And Southern Miss is basically last year's Marshall team. So I think they keep it competitive here. We'll see, though. A small lean to Southern Miss if you can get 14.5. There's going to be a lot of games I stay away from in week 1 just because I don't know what we're going to see. We haven't seen the teams play yet, That's dangerous. Toledo is the best team entering the MAC this year. And Kentucky, I don't think is going to be as good. This could be scary tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if this comes down to the wire, but I'm not touching it. You got to think West Virginia could beat Robert Morris by 39, right? But I don't think I'm going to play it. I think Indiana is last year it was kind of automatic to pick them in the fourth quarter. What's the number in the fourth quarter? Let's see. Geez, all this freaking AVG wants me to buy stuff. Like, no, my security's fine. Let's see what the fourth quarter spread is. Oh, it's 6.5. That means a lot of people are betting on it. That's still pretty good, though. They're a really good fourth quarter team. I just worry that they might have their subs in, so I don't know if I'm going to do it anymore. I hate, because they might be up 25-0 or something, and they might put the subs in, so I'm actually not going to do that anymore. If it was like 3, I'd be all over it. Okay, where were we? Cage fan, how we doing? I'm going to try to roll through the picks every week quicker than last year. Sometimes they were like an hour long last year. You know what I'm saying? Muy bien. Okay. I'm doing well as well. I'm excited to play that new season Speedstorm and Sonic tomorrow. I'm not seeing anything else that stands out. Georgia hasn't covered a season opener in God knows how long, despite being a really good team. But Marshall was decimated in the offseason because the coach left and all their players left. So I don't know what to expect here at all. I almost would think an under is the play here. I feel like Kirby Smart's going to tell his defense, like, you better not allow a freaking point from this team. So why do I feel like even if Marshall scores 7 and Georgia has 45, you still hit the under. So I feel like that might be the play here, is you go under for 53.5. Especially if in the morning this climbs to 55.5. We'll see. Sometimes there's morning climbs or morning drops, so pay attention to that. But that would be what I would do here. This could be a absolute slaughter, and it's 50-0. I mean, you still would hit the under. I don't think Marshall's getting more than 7 points tomorrow. I'm gonna be real with you. So that is where I would do. Okay, here's the first best bet of the day. I only got two, and it's Bama over Florida State. I do think they will win by 2 touchdowns or more. Florida State's, they didn't give me good vibes in the offseason. New quarterback. Yeah, Castellanos is good. I don't know if they're going to be much better than they were last year. I think they'll be slightly better, but Bama should be about the same, if not slightly better. So I'm thinking Bama's going to roll them tomorrow. So that is where my first best bet of the day is. How are things going in the house? We're good. Just got done moving a tree that fell over last week from a storm. We got all the wood. But there's a service here you can just call and they come pick up like yard debris and stuff for free. So we got all the branches and wood chopped up, chainsawed, and moved over. I still got to take the stump out, though. That's going to be a pain in the butt. But yeah, all good over here. Happy for the 4-day weekend. It's going to be exciting. Alice is actually a ton of fun. She's going to be a UC for sure. Oh, I bet. I mean, the whole like grind pipe thing is very interesting to me. I think that's going to be cool. I got nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. Wait a minute. Northern Illinois is only 10.5 to Holy Cross? Am I missing something? What was Holy Cross's record last year? I feel like they were decent, but really? Holy Cross? What was their record last year? Holy Cross. Okay, they're 5-1 in the league, but 6-6 overall. What the hell is going on here? Am I missing something? We might have another best bet here, chat. Let's go preseason poll. Yeah, where's Northern Illinois supposed to be? Wow, Northern Illinois is supposed to be 5th in the MAC, which is respectable, but they're only getting 10.5 to Holy Cross? Bro, give me the Huskies, especially if this drops to 10. Why is it 10.5? Something's not right there. I don't know what that is all about, but holy cow. Get in on that before that jumps up. I'm adding that to the board. That's crazy. You picking Bama for the W and make Shy happy? Oh, I got her. Yeah, I mean, I don't always pick them, but yeah, tomorrow for sure. Hey, Travi, how we doing? I have her at 48 already? Dang, you've been putting in the work today. I pulled a tier up as well, too. Oh, you pulled a tier up. Wow, that's crazy odds right there, like 2% odds. I got nothing for that game. I small lean to Temple. I got nothing for that one. I mean, Nevada's really bad, and Penn State's supposed to be really good this year, but that number's like spot on. I don't see any value there. I feel like Liberty should be mained by more than that, but I'm not touching that. My Ducks, I don't know what to expect from them this year. I feel like they're going to take a step back from last year. I feel like at worst they could be 8-4, at best maybe 11-1. But for some reason I feel like it's going to be 9-3 or 10-2. And I think they're still sort of working out the kinks with the new players. They're going to be really good next year. But I don't know, man. I mean, Montana State is pretty feisty. They're 15-1 last year in FCS, runners up. And I know Autzen will be bumping, and it's a really tough environment for Montana State. But, oh, man, I don't know. If this gets a 28.5, I almost would take Montana State against my school that I went to. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like for some reason it's going to be like 31-7, and we win by 24. Yeah, I don't think we're going to score as many points as people think. Small lean to Montana State. I feel like that number is like baked into last year too much. Easy level 50. I'll get the shards from the past and ranks. I haven't touched ranks with Alice. I'm going to see what I can do tonight. I'm going to at least try to unlock her first. Holy cow, you haven't touched ranked? Yeah, that is surprising to hear. I feel like Arkansas will beat the brakes off of A&M. But will it be by 47? I don't know. It's a big number to cover. I feel like they will. I feel like it will be like 50-3. So a small lean to Arkansas there. I'm not seeing anything else that jumps out. We're in the evening shift now. I feel like Coastal Carolina can keep it close there, but I'm not touching it. We got anything else that's good? And I'm not seeing anything else that's good. Man, Florida 45.5 over Long Island. That's a lot of points to cover, but they're in the swamp, and Long Island's not very good. So small lean to Florida there. It's a big spread to cover, though. Here's another best bet of the day. Clemson. I really like Clemson this year. I think this is Davos Sweeney's one of their best squads he's had. They were right in it with Texas last year in the playoff, and they returned that entire team basically, and if not better. So I think they're going to be pretty scary this year. Very underrated. Not many people talking about them. And LSU being on the road. I think this is a better coach with Clemson. I think you got to give me those Tigers. But I like -3 better. And I know I already got -3, so I'm giving me that number. But I feel like the -3s might be gone right now. Yeah, there's a -4 at DraftKings. So be careful if you're doing this. You might, then it's at MGM. It's 4 as well. So I would grab the 3s and 3.5s now if you can. But I like Clemson. Not seeing anything else that stands out here. For some reason, I feel like Georgia State might cover against Ole Miss. And the under might hit as well. I don't think Ole Miss is going to be as good as last year. They lost Jackson Dart. That's a huge loss. And all those giant D linemen that they had. They're in the NFL now. Portland State, I mean, let's think about this for a second. Portland State lost by 42 to Tarleton State. I don't even know what the fuck town that is in Texas. So BYU is a bigger name, bigger brands. You're trying to tell me they can't cover by 2 more points than Tarleton State? Give me the Cougs at BYU. Big number, but come on. I'm just going to purely base it off of the fact that a smaller program beat Portland State by that much. Tulsa's arguably the worst power team, or if not one of them, but it's Abilene Christian. I feel like they can beat them, right? I would hope so. So we'll go with the Golden Hurricane as their 1 win of the year. Hey, Bugatti Bailey, how we doing? I think me and Shire are ranking her together. Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun, a little collab. All right. We are in the night times. We're almost done here. We're almost done with the Saturday package. I'm not seeing anything else that stands out, though. This might end up being a better game than people expect, but I'm not touching it. I would almost lean Texas A&M second half or something, or maybe first half. The first half line. Washington State only being favored by that much over Idaho is kind of fishy. I know Idaho's a good FCS program. Somebody knows something I don't, and I'm staying away from it. Fresno State and Georgia Southern. Fresno State looked bad last week. So I am going to take Georgia Southern here, even though they're going all the way over to California. I don't care. Give me the Eagles. Beavs, home opener. Corvallis will be rocking. Cal, I think, is a better team. They probably should be favored here, but it's Oregon State at home. So a small lean to the Beavs, but I'd probably not touching it. I feel like Utah UCLA is going to be a slugfest, so I kind of lean under there. Good defensive programs. UCLA is very defensive this year, but they did get Nico as quarterback from Tennessee, so maybe they'll have a little spark in the offense, but I still think it's going to be a slugfest of a game. 24-21, something like that. And I'm not touching that one. All right, now we're at Sunday. There's some Sunday games this week. I might drive down this Virginia Tech, South Carolina game. We'll see. It's in Atlanta. We'll see if we make that happen or not. I actually like the Fighting Irish here. Miami doesn't have that great of a home crowd, and I don't like going with Mario Cristobal. I just don't think he's that great of a coach. I did not like him at Oregon at all. He's a decent coordinator, but a head coach, forget it. As far as game management goes, I think it's gonna be a slugfest too. So maybe the under, but I'm gonna just take the -2.5 with the Irish, better team. TCU, I small lean to North Carolina. Belichick coaches them now, and they're at home. TCU I don't know. I feel like North Carolina will be rocking. I'm gonna go with that. And that is it, chat. That'll wrap up the picks. Remember to be responsible. You know, this is a hobby. And keep in mind, I don't do well in week 0 and 1, but we caught fire last year and got 60%. So 60% is a professional percentage. So here is my best bets of the week. I'm going to put those up for you guys. It's Alabama -13.5 and then Clemson -3. I got it at 3, so hopefully you guys will get that number too. But right now it's going up to 3.5. And I also think Northern Illinois, I'm adding it as a 10.5. If you can get 10, even better. So there's our best